If you enjoy going to theme parks or even hate going to them, then it's likely that you've heard of Cedar Point. If you haven't, then let me explain Cedar Point to you real quick. It's one of the world's largest amusement parks and it is located in Sandusky, Ohio. It is home to over 15 roller coasters, including some of the best roller coasters in the world. One of these coasters is Steel Vengeance, my favorite roller coaster. This coaster is loved by literally every roller coaster enthusiast and is loved by the GP too. But why is this ride so beloved? What makes it so good? Well, to answer that question, we need to start at the beginning. No, not that far. That's better. In August of 2017, Cedar Point announced that its former wooden roller coaster, Mean Streak, would be converted into a record-breaking RMC roller coaster. People were losing their minds about this announcement. Some were mad about the fact that Mean Streak would be gone forever, and others were excited to see what this ride had in store. And oh boy did it live up to the hype. When the ride opened in 2018, many people took their first rides on the coaster and got off shocked. I mean, just look at Coaster Studios' reaction.
I can't even think right now, my instinct says like 12 out of 10 or something like that, but like...
Steel Vengeance was voted the best coaster to open in 2018, and most people were happy that Cedar Point scrapped Mean Streak for this beast of a coaster. So why did everyone like it so much? Let's do a layout breakdown. The ride starts out by leaving the western themed station into a turnaround that leads to the lift hill. Before the lift hill, there are two small airtime hills giving a slight preview of what's to come. The train then climbs a 205-foot tall lift hill into a 90-degree drop. After this, you have a slight bit of airtime before you ascend the top hat. And let me tell you, the airtime on this top hat is so extreme that I actually felt like I'd fall out. Next, you go into the outer bank, which isn't as extreme as the top hat, but still provides some insane ejector airtime. After this, we have another mini airtime hill followed by a zero-G roll. The feeling of going upside down with the ride supports all around you is just insane. I love it. After that, you have this little wave turn, nothing too crazy, but it's still fun to look down at the ground from there. Then there's a zero-G stall, which caught me way off guard the first time I rode it. There's another little hill, and then these two aggressive airtime moments into the mid-course brake run. Although mid-course brake runs suck on other coasters, this mid-course brake run is your only chance to breathe before the ride's second half. Then there's what I like to call first drop part 2, followed by some small airtime hills into this absolutely absurd airtime hill. This element's airtime is up there with the top hat and outer bank for the ride's strongest airtime hill. Then you have another zero-G roll followed by two tiny airtime hills, and you go back into the structure for the rest of the ride's second half. Once all of that is over, you've finally completed your 2-minute and 30-second ride on Steel Vengeance. If that description of the ride didn't do you a service, then just go watch the full POV on Cedar Point's YouTube channel. Even though the ride alone is enough to be the best coaster in the world, there's then some insanely elaborate yet complicated theming that we're going to talk about. I got the story from this video by Theme Park Media. Go give it a watch if this version isn't enough for you. The story starts with a man named Jurgen Chamberlain who was trying to make some money. He decided to start a moonshine business. With the money he made from it, he traveled out west to make even more money. He found himself in Frontier Town, which is the themed area of the park that Steel Vengeance, Maverick, and Cedar Creek Mine Ride are in. He met a man there named Digger who had found iron ore while digging for dinosaur bones. Using the money he made from his moonshine company, Chamberlain started a mining business. This business was named Cedar Creek Mining Company. Chamberlain earned the nickname Maverick since he could quickly buy people's property and mine everything there at breakneck speed. He bought a ranch in the town and met a woman named Chess. He quickly fell in love with her. He proposed to Chess but got rejected in a rude way. Maverick was angry about this and decided to work even harder on his mining business. He went back to his friend Digger and asked him to build the most powerful mining machine the world has ever seen. This machine was named Mean Streak. However, while Digger was working on Mean Streak, he lost his arm and got very angry at Maverick. Digger decided to wait for an opportunity of revenge. Now Chess and Digger were enemies of Maverick. Eventually, news of this mining company reached all the way to Mexico, where Maverick's brother, Jackson Chamberlain, was also looking to make some money. Jackson was so good at playing cards in Mexico that he earned the nickname Blackjack. He decided to go to Frontier Town in order to become a partner in business with Maverick. However, Blackjack was only given a normal underpaying job. Blackjack also had his eye on Chess. When Maverick and Blackjack got into an argument about Chess, Blackjack threatened to tell all the people of Frontier Town about Maverick's former illegal moonshine business. To settle this dispute, Maverick gave Blackjack a lot of money and told him to leave and never come back to Frontier Town. Blackjack said he would leave under one condition. The condition was that he would have to go with Chess and Digger. Once they left, the three waited patiently until the perfect time for revenge on Maverick. They planned to make a machine that was so powerful it would get rid of Maverick's famous mining company. Digger used the wood from his former monstrous Mean Streak machine and paired it with steel to make a hybrid machine that was unstoppable. Chess, Digger, and Blackjack returned to Frontier Town with a vengeance, a Steel Vengeance. Well, that was quite the wild ride. Now that you've learned why Steel Vengeance is so good, you should go watch this video about why Gatekeeper is so good. Peace.